two, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, hey, how are you? Pete Weiss here from Verdant Studios. I wanted to tell you about an exciting album project that we've got going with Run Out Groove Vinyl. It is the Boston band Morphine. It's their first album called Good, and it's going to get the deluxe reissue treatment. I had the pleasure of working on their third album last year, which came out recently. This is the Yes album, and we actually were able to bolster it with, made it into a double album with a lot of bonus tracks and full-on remastering, which I was involved in, and I'm happy to say that it's been getting great reactions for the improved sound. Boston band Morphine was a pretty unique entity at the time. They had the unconventional lineup of baritone saxophone, drums, and two-string slide bass, all with Mark Sandman's trademark baritone vocals. They self-financed their first album called Good, and it was recorded in late 1990 at the Outpost, produced by Paul Coldery. As with Morphine's Yes album from last year that we did the sort of deluxe repackaging of, it was bolstered with a lot of bonus tracks, demos, alternate takes. With this new album, with this new project, I was able to work with saxophonist Dana Colley, and we went through the Morphine archives and found a lot of material from the late 80s and early 90s that seemed to have a lot to do with the development of the material on the Good album.
There were so many things going on, and so many different bands happening then, and songs were kind of being played by different groups of people, and Morphine was kind of just one of those, and we, there's a sound there, but it hasn't quite coalesced into the energy that it had on the next record.
Well, it seems like they hadn't found their swagger yet or something, but...
Yeah, the mystery is there, the feeling is there, but it's not as focused rhythmically.
It was a labor of love going through that material, and I'm happy to say that that a lot of it's going to be included as bonus material, and it's never been heard before. When it came to remastering the album proper, is how I would call it, the original album, I always feel like it's super important to find the earliest and best sounding source to use for the mastering, and we were lucky enough to find the original mixes that had been untouched by any further mastering. They're actually quite different than the versions that came out on the CD originally.
One of my clearest memories of ever working with Morphine is going to Q. We had Buena, we had the track, and we were working on a vocal or something, and me and Sandman went into Q one night, and they hadn't heard it, and I put it up loud, and it sounded awesome. And Deneen came running in, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, "That's the new Morphine." And he's like, "I'm very impressed." And that wasn't easy to get out of Mike. That wasn't like Mike didn't run in and tell you how great you were. It was very much of a spirit of friendly competition. Like I wasn't trying to. I wasn't trying to be mean or nasty or anything. I was just like, take that, motherfucker.
I wasn't trying to be mean or nasty, but take that, motherfucker.
Now let's do a little comparing and contrasting to an excerpt from the title track of the Good album. What we're going to listen to is first the original CD version that came out in '92. Next, we will hear the same excerpt from the completely unmastered original mix. Dana and I were able to find that in the Morphine archives. And then thirdly, I can play you the same excerpt of the completely new remastered version that was generated from the unmastered mix. I hope that all makes sense. Let's give these a listen.
Your brain is calling to me one more time. Your brain is calling to me one more time. You're good. Your brain is calling to me one more time. Your brain is calling to me one more time. You're good. Your brain is calling to me one more time. Your brain Your brain is calling to me one more time. You're good.
We went in the first night to set up and get sounds, and then we played something to play it, and we played Buena, and when we got done, you were like, "Well, you got that one." And
I think so.
I think we redid it later on, but the version that's on the record is that very first time.
All in all, this was a really cool project to work on, and Morphine fans, I really hope they enjoy it and they get the benefit of all the efforts that we put into this. Be sure to keep up with the Run Out Groove folks and their goings on, and I'll see you around.
Get it together.
Make
will
it
you?
stop. I can't take anymore.